All right, guys. Good morning. Happy hump day. What's going on, traders? What's the market doing this morning? U.S. stock futures pointing to a little changed open on Wednesday for the Dow Jones Industrial Average after blue chips logged a second day of losses and the Nasdaq broke its six-session winning streak. So we saw a little bit of a sell-off last couple days. Brad and Cody in the house. What's going on, fellas? Good to see you guys in here today. It's going to be a solid day today, guys. Gap up watch list. Let's go ahead and go over some of these that we're looking at this morning. Our leading gapper this morning, not doing too great. I missed yesterday, wasn't here. So let me know what you guys traded, what was hot yesterday. Today, not looking too hot on the long side. There's a few shorts I do want to go over this morning. A few plays we were looking at as well, keeping on the back burner that had good opportunity, good potential. Hope you guys took advantage of them. For one of them, for instance, CAPR, we have been looking at this, not doing too great right now. But we were looking at this one this whole last week and had a nice little push on it Tuesday and Monday. Little pops out of the gate on CAPR out of this flag formation on the long side. So if you guys trade that, not bad. There's another long that CoinFox pointed out, coin you in here today. It was CoDX. Now CoDX, this one has a pretty nice pattern on it as well. And ascending triangle breakout. Let's look at the daily here. So we had very clear resistance on CoDX at 1550. It tapped it once, twice, three times, and then finally broke it the other day, 1550. Now this one is getting a nice little pop on pre-market. It's actually sitting right at about 1765. So what does resistance turn into? Once we break resistance, that turns into support. So in this ascending triangle breakout, keep 1550 on watch as support. CoDX had a little bit of hype on it yesterday. It's been working pretty well Monday, Tuesday, and into today. So CoDX, not bad on the long side. Now, I'm going to be going over more short plays today than longs, just because look at our leading gapper, CYCC. Not doing too good this morning. We pop up CYCC. This one came out with news on it that wasn't so hot. Their news was our Q1 earnings were a little bit less than we thought, essentially is what they said. So CYCC got a little bit of hype in pre-market, has faded all the way from 550s down to 470s. This one, not looking too good. This is our leading gapper this morning, 831,000 in the float. So yeah, this one could get going. Jonathan Warrior, what's going on, man? Good to see you in here. CBay, under $4. Is that a short? CBay, I did pull that one up this morning. And that's a good question, Jonathan. Yeah, I don't have shorts here, but I see what you're saying. And CBay is actually our leading stock on our bear scan watch list. So you got a good eye there, John. CBay, bear scan watch list, these are overbought conditions, and CBay is one of our top primary candidates on there. So this one's sitting about 418 right now. Yes, it did get overbought. Lots of abnormal volume came into it yesterday. RSI, Relative Strength Index, is on up there. It tapped resistance, and I do say it has probably room to move back down towards that 200-day moving average, 329 at least. Maybe even under it some. But how are we looking right now in pre-market in the last couple days there? This is CBay, last 5 days. So let's keep this on watch here. We got solid support right at about $4. You see this? All the way from pre-market on yesterday, on Tuesday. Look, we had resistance, support. So keep this level on watch, $4. If that cracks and holds, I say, okay, that's a good short. We got good potential. Continue down towards that 200-day moving average. So good eye there, John. Not bad on CBay. I like CBay as well. I don't think that's one of the ones I don't have shorts for on CMEG Capital Market. So I'd have to locate there if I did short it. Yeah, no problem, man. All right, let's take a look at some other short opportunities this morning. Just a few more I'm looking at. I'm going to write all these down for you guys as well. CBay, not bad. Good job bringing that one up. I'm looking at FSLY. One of these for a short. This is a higher price stock, so just keep that in mind. FSLY, though, is kind of the same setup. We got the same type of recipe as CBay. just a different price. It's all the same, just a different price. We have abnormal volume. We have overbought conditions. Relative strength index on up there. We have several solid green days from 22 up to 39. Now we have an upper shadow up towards that 39 level that it tapped yesterday. Upper shadow means what? We have selling pressure. Selling pressure from about 39 and faded down to 37. So FSLY, let's pull up yesterday's chart. If I'm going to be trading this, probably going to be risking off of the highs there, about 39 bucks. If we get a little pop out of the gates up towards that, wouldn't mind it one bit at all. FSLY, overbought conditions, like that one for sure. The next one, this is a lower price stock for you guys. BW. These are all the same type of, very similar recipe. That's how we trade, very similar. Just a different name, just a different ticker. Same story, different ticker. Very overbought conditions here as well. From about $1, it had a breakout, 13 EMA, 50-day moving average, all the way up to 250. We'll see if this one continues. Could gravitate towards that 200-day moving average. We could see his first red day here today. On BW, 256 is probably that risk I'm going to be playing after. If it breaks and holds that level, we'll be cutting my, cutting that for a loss. 256. Set at 225 right now. We'll see if we get a pop out of the gate. That is ideal for me. I want these to pop out of the gate, get a little bit more buyers on them, maybe shorts covering right at the start of the day, and then go in for that short. I much prefer shorting into strength than shorting into weakness, and that's just me personally. I like to buy into panic. I don't like to buy at the top. I don't like to buy high and hope higher. I like to buy panic. I like to sell into strength. That's just what I like. UNFI, same story here. Same story as FSLY, same story as BW, same story as Jonathan pointed out, CBay. UNFI, daily chart, very similar to all of them. Several overbought conditions here, but not only that, we do have resistances coming up to about 1560, 1570. UNFI, it did tap that, a little bit of an upper shadow here. 3 very strong green days from about 1050 up to, it hit about 17 bucks. On UNFI, this one's straight off the bear scan watch list as well, that CBay came off of. UNFI right here, right down here. So this one, overbought conditions, looking for a little bit of a short on UNFI as well. Now, this one would like a little pop out of the gate as well. All these, same story, like a little pop. Usually there's 1 of 3 scenarios that happen with these overbought conditions. Number one, they usually, either one, just crack right out of the gate. They crack right out of the gate, and what happens is a lot of the buyers that were in this for the last day, last 2 days, last 3 days, we see these stocks, all this abnormal volume, all these market orders coming in, all these people saying, oh, the stock's going to go up forever, let's get into this. What they're doing is right at the start of the day, they're saying, I'm happy with these profits, let me take some. So usually 1 of 3 scenarios, we get a little crack out of the gate and it starts fading. Number 2, gets a little pop. We have some shorts just covering their position, saying, I'll take the loss. We get a little pop, and then longs start taking their profits. 3, we can start grinding, and grinders are what I don't like. If a stock is grinding, that's a sign of health. If the stock's consolidating, that's a sign could have its next leg on up. CoinFox, there he is, man. Yeah, we just went over that. CoinFox, you're late. Waking up at 9:11. What's going on, man? Yesterday was a strange day for me, guys. I couldn't trade yesterday. I had to take my cat to the vet. CoinFox, did you catch that CoDX rip? I did not, but I caught part of it. CoDX the other day, I bought into some. I missed the pop, so what I did was I bought right here. CoinFox, when we had this huge wash, huge sell-off, panic, 1740 down here to 16 bucks. I scooped some of that up. That's where I got in at. But yeah, that was a great eye there. I just went over that with him, CoinFox, on CoDX. Great pattern here. That was a great stock to be looking at. Awesome work on that. CoDX, this one was in a flag formation, you guys see here. CoDX, ascending triangle. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Broke. So this is the level we're keeping on watch as far as CoDX goes. This is my favorite play on the long side, by the way, this morning. The only thing else popping up is CYCC, and I have no interest in CYCC. CYCC is garbage. So CODX, some of these ticker names, you guys will know this the longer you trade. When you see a ticker pop up, especially if it's the leading gapper and you're familiar with that stock, familiar with the company, not good. CoinFox Invex has open shelf and effective so long for a big booty dump. Soon, maybe day 3. Pull up Invex. Yeah, Invex is one of the stocks. Yeah, not bad here. It's kind of like it's got a couple variables lined up for it too. Not only that, Invex is on the bear scan watch list too, so this stock is overbought. I did pull that one up this morning. Don't have shorts here. If you guys do, not a bad idea, like CoinFox is saying. Overbought conditions as well. Not only that, some more stars are aligning. Look at this. We have a head and shoulders pattern. Not every head and shoulders is, has exactly a perfect neckline. So here's the neckline here. Left shoulder 39, right shoulder 39, head 45. So it's got that head and shoulders on it as well. And if we look at the daily, something else really nice. We have that really strong upper shadow. Almost nearly a doji start on the day. So 45 bucks faded all the way to 39. Tons of selling pressure up in that 40 to 45 range. And all this resistance as well. So not bad there. Yeah, why don't you guys just take over the pre-market analysis? Jonathan with CBay and you with NVAX. I'm retiring. So there we go. One more short I'm looking at this morning is CYTK. CYTK, same story. CYTK, overbought conditions, abnormal volume, very large upper shadow, lots of selling pressure in these overbought conditions. Yesterday into the close on CYTK, we did have a little bit of a sell-off here, but we may get a little pop out of the gate. Some of these guys are going to be looking to cut their losses for minimal or break even. A lot of these guys that were in this on the long side from 23 all the way down here around 22. So we may have more people locking in those profits that were holding them. We may start seeing some selling pressure today. We certainly did into the close yesterday. All right, I'm going to write these down for you guys if you have... Yeah, Mark. I'm gonna pull up the scan so you guys can keep taking an eye on those as well. MARK, not bad too. Yeah, this one the last. Pull up the 20-day chart here. MARK up from like 50 cents up to like $2. So this company is excited. This company is a part of the NASDAQ. So if you're a stock in the NASDAQ indice and you're under $1 for like 6 months consecutively or longer, you're getting delisted. You're going to that pink sheet OTC market. So I know they're excited because they were on the brink of it. Look, last time Mark hit $1 was in like September. Man, so they were on the brink of it, man. Yeah, MARK not bad. All right, guys, here's the scanners. I'm going to show them to you guys and write down some of these stocks we're looking at in chat so you're familiar and well aware and well equipped for the market open. Our gap up watch list, gap down, and bear scan over here. For you guys, I'll start writing some of these down for you. If you are liking the pre-market streams, guys, smack that like button. It helps out the algo, that mysterious algo out there. All right, here's CYCC. There's some good short sell plays, guys. And then still keeping an eye on CoDX for a long, but we just understand we got 1550 support there. So CoDX, it's a lot of buyers recently came into it. So I'm certainly not a player, buying into strength and selling into weakness, or buying into strength and hoping for more strength. But CODX not looking bad. I mean, I don't think it's gonna come. I don't think it's gonna sell off to 1550 today. That was just the resistance that it really was respecting. So keep that in mind. You know, if you do want to scale into this play potentially on the long side or swing it, just understand that's where support is. CYCC, we really didn't go over it. There's not much to go over there, guys. That is our gap up, our leading gap up of stock. It's got 831,000 in the float, so very tiny float. Their news was just they reported losses that were a little bit smaller than they were expecting. It's funny how bad news can still be good news, technically. You know, bad news can be good news can be bad news. If people are expecting it to be better news than what's coming out with, then it's bad news. It really is. I've seen that more times than not. Watching a stock where it literally comes out with like phase 2 or 3 trials that are positive, but maybe not as positive as what they were thinking. But still, you know, still has a successful trial, but and passes the trial, but you know, it is what it is. People oftentimes they just buy the anticipation, buy the rumor, sell the news. So no matter what the news is, selling it. I'm looking for a quick short today, guys, and then I'm heading to the golf course. That's what today's looking like for me. I know. What's MGNX doing? That parabolic play that happened like a few days ago? MGNX still on a run, man. Still tearing it up. Did hit $33 resistance strong there, but MGNX still tearing it up. A lot of shorts underwater still there, so no surprise. All right, fellas, it's 9:20. Any questions before we wrap it on up? This morning is really light, honestly. Not a lot going on. Not a lot for us to look at. You know, just more so some of these shorts that are overbought. You know, nothing really on the gap up watch list really at all. CYCC was essentially it. SLGG up right now. No, there's no volume. Yeah, not a lot going on here. So that's kind of what I'm looking at this morning. A few short plays that are nice and solid, guys. Trade safe, predefine that risk, manage that risk. That's what we are at trade. That's what day traders are, managers of risk. We're not gamblers. We are managers of risk. Brad, yeah, not much today. Thanks for the fantastic content. You're my hero, Brad. You're my hero, man. I love you. We're going to get you up here and we're going to start training together. All right, guys, let's kill it today. Predefine that risk. Love you guys. We will see you all first thing tomorrow.